Howdy, folks. Welcome back to Rimworld. Give me just a moment and we'll hop right into the game. Alright. There we go. So, we left off last time with, it seems like, a very large infestation over in the caves. Um, if I recall correctly, I am actually leaving these here because they make for a great defense against attackers coming in from, well, pretty much the entirety of the south part of the map. It seems like whenever they get to this corner, they see the insects over to the right, and they decide to go after those instead of after me. Now, if I also remember correctly, it is a bit of a double-edged sword because every time that the insects are angered, and they have taken care of whatever is down here, they will continue on towards my base and possibly try to attack me as well. So, to that end, I have to be a little careful. Whenever the enemies come in, I have to make sure that I am either inside my base or up here or something that will keep me away from the insects long enough for them to calm down. If they start attacking things, I don't know if they will calm down after that, but it is hopeful. Other than that, oops, we've got our list of things. I have added to them while I was setting things up. So, and I've also unchecked everything because a lot of these are things that probably need to be done every session or, need to be viewed again to see if they need to be continued. So again, defenses. I don't think I will be setting up any defenses until they're needed. That being said, it also depends on how many of these bugs we end up with, because there are currently 30 sitting right outside my gate, and I may need those defenses to defend against these insects. I also need to keep in mind that I can't let this get too big. Otherwise, I won't be able to do anything about it. So, now let me get things go. All right, we're already getting more bugs. So sorry, that thing just totally distracted me from what I was thinking. Visiting the neighbors. Once again, we need to go out into the world and visit folk to make sure that they stay at least neutral with us. At least the relative, excuse me, at least the relatively close ones. We will try to visit the Fox Alliance again, see if things have been fixed in the last half week or something. But I'm pretty sure that they will no longer sell things to us because, their inventory is bugged, or maybe this cycle it just glitched out or something, and they will have stuff later. More sacrifices for Snake. So again, Snake is only at level 6 of, I think, 9. And so we need more sacrifices to make them better. I don't have any queued up at the moment, but I believe the next or the last level uh, required 16 sacrifices, so the next level should require 32, I think. So we're gonna have to get a lot more. Um, Making better weapons. I don't remember what everyone has, so Yoko is using 2 pistols. Nezu is currently wielding a tier 5 bow. Uh, and we are currently working on getting to a tier 6. Eco and Snake, I believe I gave the carbines to. And Dotori came with his own chain shotgun. So, um, however, it is just a normal chain shotgun, so I might see about uh, making a current weapon for him. Some of the other things that I've added, replace the stone walls with marble. So just like these 2 rooms with their marble walls up into the mountain, I want to get a lot of these normal rooms just uh, maybe uh, mined out to the point where we are at the dark green, so where there's an overhead mountain, and then just replace that last one with uh, marble wall, so I know that that is as far as I can dig in without risking infestations within my base. And I might clear out a little of this as well. And then visit Ancient Complex. So, out here in the world, um, we had one Ancient Complex appear. Didn't really go after it. And then another one appeared. So we have 2 of those that we need to visit. And in looking at that, I have remembered another hive has appeared. Then we have some quests. So there's a couple available quests. We've learned of an ancient complex nearby, said to contain information about the Strong Ark, which is one of our relics. Apparently, I've never accepted this. It's been here for I don't know how. What is going on tonight? I don't know how long it's been here, but I should accept it. Have it generated on the map, so now we have 3 complexes to go to. And then we also have this other quest, which I didn't accept because it required us to send 4 colonists somewhere. So again, this is for the Strong Ark. What it is they've discovered an ancient complex, another ancient complex, wow, long distance away. Believes it to contain information about our relic. They can't spare anybody to look into it, but if I can supply exactly 4 colonists, so 4 of the 5 that I have, we can be transported up there. Of course, it contains unknown threats. They will shuttle us there and back, and then feed and tend to us on the way. So any injuries that we obtain, we don't have to worry about taking care of them ourselves. We can just hop into the shuttle and return. And that will also give us information about Strong Ark. That one, so the way it has worked in the past, so it says a long way away. Usually that means up here in the Arctic. So it's probably going to be cold. We're probably going to have a limited amount of time to deal with it before we have to worry about frostbite or anything like that. And then we also have to worry about the fact that, you know, there's only going to be one person left behind to guard the base. So, that might be one of the first things I want to do. Since we just recently had a bunch of stuff happen, if I recall. A couple things, so an infestation, an enemy raid. Looks like we still might have a good amount of time before something happens again. So, you know what? Let's start with this. So, I'm going to accept. I'm going to send 4 of my people out. And, well, before I do, though, minimum comfortable, you're good. How about you? -8 or -22 should be okay. -18 or 27, and not so much. -17. Alright, so some of them may get colder than others. We'll see. But let's go ahead and accept. Shuttle should land right on our landing pad. And it's leaving in 24 hours. You know what? Let's wake up Nezu. They can get themselves some food. And then we'll send these 4 out to explore. Alright, Nezu's done. You 4 get into the shuttle. And hopefully things won't go wrong. Yoko will stay behind for once. It doesn't happen often. And away it goes. Now they're all gone. If we go to the world map, you can see the shuttle is actually traveling to a distant place. And for once, I guess we're going right over here. So we don't have to worry about it being too cold. Well, it will still be cold. We're up here at no, that's not what I want to select. This. Average temperature is 52 degrees Fahrenheit. So, should still be plenty warm because it's not the frozen Arctic. Meanwhile, at home, Yoko will just, I guess, do some research since there's nothing else to do. And I also want to upgrade these walls, at least a few of them. Not all of them, but like the outer wall I want to leave as it is for its decoration. But like this inner wall here, give it a moment to generate the map. There we go. I was getting worried for a second. Alright, so we land over here. We hop out of the shuttle. What do we have in the area? So, there's a lot of animals. Nothing too much that we need to worry about. The ancient complex is right over here in the center. We have a whole bunch of other things sitting around too, so like if we see something that is made from a particularly fancy wall, I guess. I don't think there is anything at the moment. Like marble walls would be nice for the fact that I'm going to be building them. 2 large neo-concrete stills would be nice, but I don't think we can carry it all. Alright, so we're gonna head over here. Entrance looks like it is on the far side. So we'll make our way out here. Got like 3 mid-range and 1 short-range weapon, so we should be good. Snake, of course, can be the frontliner for us. They're the ones that are mostly defensive. That lightning strike means that there is some creature that is immortal inside. And probably on their way out, right there. There we are. So they're an ancient soldier. They've got nothing on them. They're just a lesser immortal, and we don't have our immortal with us. So we're just gonna let... Alright, 3 of them, apparently, just wander away. We have no need to deal with them. We're just here for what's inside. Alright, so we're just gonna have a look around. Snake can open up some of these crates. I'm pausing every once in a while because there's one of these fuel nodes sometimes. So I want to stay away from those. Just because they will set things on fire. We'll open up this, and actually, this one down here doesn't have any explosives in it, so we'll go ahead and have Nezu start working at that. There's another one. Totori is also pretty good at intellectual, so they can start working on that second one. 10 hyperweave. Might get that, it's not much. Alright, that turret does nothing. There's another immortal waking up. Open up the crate, another 10 Luciferium. Not something I want. I know some people like to use it. I personally don't. So, I mean, if it comes down to it, maybe as a last resort, but I would never have any of it in storage still around to be used. So, right, nothing in the corner there. Big room with nothing in it. There's another one. And there's... okay. Let's see, there's another one down here. You can go ahead and go down there and start on that one. And the 4 of us will be working on this for a few more minutes. Oh. Well. I think, they probably triggered that to go off. I don't need to worry too much, I don't think. I don't think these can catch fire. Yeah, flammability 0. So, however, let's just go ahead and pick up cloth. Both of it. We might make something from it. I don't know. Pick up the Luciferium. We do have this as well. So it's linked to a supply satellite. We uh, might be able to get some stuff from that. Oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Uh, let's uh, let's go outside, and since the room is on fire, like it's gonna be really warm in there. It is currently 750 degrees Celsius in there. So let's just go over here. We can just attack the wall a little bit. Alright, Snake is done hacking there. We're gonna head down here to this. Should be through this wall without too much trouble. Alright, so opening that up has cooled the room off down to, you know, just a measly 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Good enough to just walk in and take care of this. At least we should be able to. Yeah. Gonna group up and have Snake hack this. So now we're getting some random supplies of some sort. Just right over here. And I think this is going to attract people. So what is this? Plums? Ah, we're good. We don't need that. Snake will head out to join up with the others. And we'll just wait for Nezu to finish up there. I haven't played Anomaly. Kept modding and then had too much work. Hopefully we'll get to play it Friday. Oh, okay. Well, I hope you get to play it as well. I really enjoy modding Rimworld. I know it's one of those things that people go back and forth on. Some people like plain vanilla, some do like a minor modding. It sounds like you might be similar to me and try to put as many mods as you can safely do at once. Oh, I guess Nizu's going around the long way. But this that I'm currently playing, I try to keep it balanced for the most part. But I have about 250 mods currently in this game. So I'm hoping it stays stable long enough for me to finish it. I have so many mods, take so much time to load the game. I know the feeling. Alright. We have obtained everything that we need from here. We're gonna head back to the shuttle. But I do have to say I am enjoying Anomaly a lot. I know it was kind of a Lovecraftian or spooky or some kind of like that kind of an influence. So I tried to add a few things that went along with it. So I added a undead faction called the Profaned. That seemed kind of interesting. I've added a couple other things that I can't remember off the top of my head. You know, there's 250 in there, so a lot of them are different factions, different races, and some of them are also, you know, graphic upgrades, stuff like that. Like your mod that shows the guns equipped. I don't know if that's the mod or if, like, all right, hold on. I know that there's a lot of things added in 1.5. What would it be? Interface? I think there might be a setting in the main game now where it shows the I don't know where it'd be. Um, that shows the weapons underneath. I could be wrong. I haven't played vanilla in a very long time. Like crafting mods, especially. I do too. But if it is uh, done by a mod, I'm trying to remember. Um, like I know they added like a visual effect when people's moods get low, so that's now vanilla. But I like, man, I wish I could remember what this mod is currently. Uh, it shows their mood on the left side, and then it shows their sleep and hunger bars on the right side. So at a glance, you can tell who's hungry, who's sleepy, and you kind of know how much longer you can have them awake and doing things before they start getting upset. Yeah, the mood is nice. Um, and that's quest complete for uh, that ancient complex. Everyone is all tired now, of course, because I had them all standing around uh, hacking computers. So we're gonna let them rest up a bit before sending Yoko out on their trip. Still have to keep aware of these guys down here. They're gonna continue, I think, burrowing into the rock. What is this Muffalo doing? It's not hungry, is it? Not really. Why is it coming up here? Oh, I suppose I did block off a section right here, so maybe that's the only way it can get up here. You add their main specialization to avatars like stickers. This is really useful. I thought about that. Like, um, I do know, like, doesn't it like show it up in the top or something like that, like top corner? It shows what their specific role is. These main three were my starting characters. I try to go for a all-around aspect for the ones I start with. So mostly, like, I have them set to do pretty much everything. So their skills that they have is what they've worked it up to. It's added to the corners. You think you can add multiple as well? Okay. Um, I think like I had thought about adding it. I'm not sure if it's compatible with this mood and sleep bar mod. So that may have been why I didn't add it. Because that is another thing too. Is with so many mods, you have to kind of see which ones work well together, and sometimes you have to give up a couple of really nice mods to let other ones work properly. So, but that is an unfortunate side with modding sometimes. Um, that and you know, you always whenever there's a new version, so in this case like 1.5, you do have to take a look at which mods are going to be continuing on, you know, and which ones are going to be left behind, because occasionally some really good mods get left behind because the moderators aren't keeping updated anymore, and you just hope that somebody will come along and pick it up and make a continued version of it, or a forked version of it, or something like that. So, like, one of them that I really like is a health mod. Basically, every time your pawn gets hit or takes damage or something, they get little bit of experience. Once they level up, their health, like uh, uh, I don't have anyone wounded, but like their torso uh, goes from like 40 to 44 health or something like that. And that one just never got updated. I think I think it was called Level This, and it may get picked up at some other time, but that was a really fun mod. I wanted to add it to this because my theme for this game was adding things in that had like a progression to them. So you start off um, weak or inexperienced, and as you progress, you get stronger and stronger in various ways. So, and I think I've gone over this before. So, like stat upgrades, you start off with no bonuses, but as you continue down the tree here, you get just little minor bonuses that add up over time, or the immortal mod. So, you can uh, sacrifice immortals to add to your own immortality. The Revia here are another one that I added because of that, because they have the Soul Reap ability. Um, Basically, sacrifice enough uh, and you become stronger. Oh, what's going on? What's wrong, Snake? They're itching for a fight. Okay, so we didn't get to fight anyone when we were out. Do I use any manager for the mod? Installed something, also a mod that adds an overview for mods and shows updates. I do. When using this many mods, um, I was just through suggestions and whatnot, um, was suggested a program called Rimpy. So that's Rimpy. It does pretty well with uh, keeping track of what mods get sorted where. I haven't had really any problems with it so far. Um, Hold on. Why? Oh, it's the sensory mechanites, isn't it? That's why they're in serious pain. Oh, and they're sick. When did you get sick? Is that considered being sick? But yeah, I would definitely recommend Rimp. Um, it certainly helps. You can save like various lists of mods, uh, and it helps sort them a lot easier. It has a decent interface. There is a little bit of a setup. It doesn't always auto detect like where your game files are, or where your mod files are stored or anything like that. So you might have to tell it the directories for those. Oh, we have a quest. Protecting allies. Fiona, the chief of the Kiddo seclusion place, recently rescued 4 kiddos from the prison of the Goga Covenant. They want you to guard them at home for 22 days until she can send a shuttle to collect them. They know secrets about the military capabilities of the Goga Covenant, so they will be hunted. There will be 3 raids, roughly of this size, so 1 Berserker Chief, 11 Berserkers, 13 Penitents, and 8 Warriors. They will not do any work. They appreciate quality accommodation. They'll gain goodwill if you keep their average mood above 50%. 7 mercenary gunners will be placed under your control. You'll have to feed and house them, but they may die in battle without consequence. That's a lot to join me. Found Rimpy. Thanks. Looks more advanced than what I have. Okay. You had said yours was a mod. I think I think I know what you were talking about. It kind of made the interface in the base game a little better. Um, I think that's what I was using, or something similar, before I switched over to RimP. But I think RimP is so much better, um, and just for the fact that uh, you can edit and modify everything without having to load up the game first. So it's nice in that way. Adds a new item to the menu you can open, and there's UI added that shows mods. Yeah. Um, as far as this protecting allies quest, I don't think I'm going to take it. Uh, it seems like a little too much for me to be able to handle at the moment. I doubt that I'd be able to keep their mood above 50. I mean, I'm having trouble keeping some of my people's mood above 50. And then additional 7 people, so 11 more people here. I don't have the room for that. Isn't this an important part that you don't need to load the game? Taking the load times. Exactly. So I'm gonna bin that quest. It's a little too much for us at the moment. As much as I'd like to fend off the raiders, I just can't house 11 people. That would triple the size of my colony at the moment, and I don't have. I mean, I have a hospital that some could sleep in. I suppose I could put some beds in the other rooms, but I don't think I can handle them. Alright, how's the bugs doing down here? Alright, they're already starting to collapse the ceiling on top of themselves. Oh, they found some steel, though. That's nice. I might be able to go collect that eventually. Oh, good. It automatically does not allow... Oh, look at this. Plasteel as well. Hmm. They're digging that out, though. I don't know if I want to leave them around too long. I can get better mining results than just 40. Now we have an aurora. A beautiful aurora is lighting up the sky. The undulating colors will boost the mood of anyone outside to see them and make the night brighter. Oops. As I was going to click that, another one popped up. Ah. Okay. That was just roof collapse. I wonder, like, if they get hurt by a roof collapse, are they going to attack me? What am I currently researching? Reinforced walls. Okay, good. That's the upgraded version. But let's get some of these fortified walls. Well, hold on. For the Aurora's already ending? That was quick. If we're researching reinforced walls, I might wait a little bit to upgrade these walls. Oh, and now we have an eclipse. One of the moons of the planet has orbited in front of the sun. The eclipse has begun. Alright, so it looks like Yoko's diligently working on their book. They're almost done with it. Less than 10% to go. And I believe that is a planting book. So that'll be nice to teach planting to others. I don't know. It might be like the first one that we had. which one is it? This one. So this is one that we had written for us, and they did a pretty good job on it. It's a masterwork, so we get like 440 experience per hour. Oh, and as it was switched over to their book, they have a white ways to go still. I think I might wait for these walls to be done. Oh, actually, I can I can help get these done, I think, right? No, interesting. This one does not allow for prototypes to be made. Huh. All right. So I can't make a prototype of that to help along the research. But it does look like um, we have done quite a bit. So, like, we're gathering manufacturing experience from the smelter, as well as from some of these other things as well. So, we're making better progress than just basic research. Uh, this is yet another mod I highly recommend. Is I believe it's called Research Reinvented. It gives you alternate ways to uh, do your research, so um, you can study some other uh, buildings that have things to do with what you're, you're researching. You can study materials that are used in it, and so what they'll do is they'll leave the research table. They'll go and pick up an item of some sort that can be used to craft it. They'll bring it over to the research table and research that for a little bit. It gives a little bit of a bonus to the research rate, so I think it's like a 50%. Oh, you finished a book. Let's have a look. A masterwork as well. So people can learn up to level 14 planting at a very decent rate. Wonderful. But yeah, so Research Reinvented, I really like. I think it had a another add-on. Um, I forget the name off the top of my head though, but it splits um, it splits up the research a little bit. So like you don't just need electricity anymore. You need electricity and circuitry. And then I think dynamos is added in, and there's a couple others that I don't know off the top of my head, but it kind of splits it up into smaller um, research groups. Um, makes, according to them, a little better progression as far as research goes. So I like it. Um, think you saw this mod. Wasn't sure if it'd alter the gameplay too much, but now I'm more interested to try. Um, it might. Oh, chunks of a spacecraft have impacted. Let's go ahead and deconstruct that. But it does have settings that you can alter. So if you think you're getting too much uh, research done at one time, uh, then you can modify the settings a little bit. I like it because it's not just them sitting at a desk all day uh, throwing papers everywhere. They actually travel to the storeroom, pick things up, uh, or as you hear, I think. No, they don't have it. Someone should have a. No, research finished. Reinforced walls. Hold on, before we do that. So here we are. Dotori here has a field research kit. So this is something that you can craft, and then they will take it and research different objects that are around. So, like I was mentioning, they were studying the smelter. So they had moved over with their little research kit and did a little research at that. If it's for things like Devil Strand or something, they'd go out to the fields and study some plants, and you can kind of once in a while see them wandering around doing additional studying. I think it's offset, like the bonus is a little offset by the fact that they have to wander around to do the studying, but I like it. I have also added a mod. Hold on. Sorry. Was choking on a little bit of spittle there. Give me a minute to get my voice back. Sorry. Oh yeah, what I was talking about. I have added a mod that allows you to do research even if you don't have one selected. Hold on. Hold on again. Apologies. Alright, again, sorry about that. It's really cool with research, like in a survival game. It's a survival game, but like in first player. Exactly. But I've added another mod that allows you to store research points, even if you don't have a research selected. So that way, every once in a while you forget that you didn't set a research. So like when I was doing this explaining, I didn't actually select another one. So they will do just generic research. So as you can see, we have like some research built up here. And then, sorry about this. Then I can go to, like, say, drug production, if I wanted to study that. And you can see over here that it kind of fills up the bar a little bit with this 80-some generic research points. I wish I knew the mod name off the top of my head. I could probably find it in my list, but that might take a little bit. But yeah, so you can just build up some research at the basic rate. You wouldn't get any bonus rate for research reinvented. Does it say if I hover over this? No. And with 1.5, it has updated to work with the Anomaly research as well. So, you can build up basic research or advanced research. And I believe you can actually apply advanced research to basic stuff if you want. Also, apparently I don't have any of these going at the moment either. What was I last doing in here? Oh, right. I had advanced rituals, which I can't do anything afterwards. So, what do I want to research here? Maybe a bioferrate harvester. That way, I can get more than just for extraction. And until we have a advanced research, I can just go ahead and apply advanced research to that as well. But I should probably choose another research to do. Um, oh, that reminds me, I remember. Is it? Yeah. So, for some reason, like, it seems like this is as many tabs as will open in the research. So if you get too much, some of these researches might fall off. Like, this research tab, I don't know where it is. It's not listed, but I do know that Ancient Potion is one of the things that I got a tech print for. So, just be careful with adding too many mods. You might get too many tabs for your research. But as you can see, since I had over 100 research built up, I just selected this and instantly finished it. So, same thing can happen here. If I click research, you can see we only have 6 points left to research for that, and then it's done. Like so. And then I'll just add that while we're in there. But I find it's really interesting adding a bunch of new ways to do research. Allows you to not have to worry about not doing research. And then, of course, once you get high enough in technologies, I have added like several linkable options. So like, the more linkables will add more things that can be used to link to different things, like a mechanic cabinet or a scientist cabinet. I think there was another one in here that did similar things. Where is it? Sorry, there's so many. Workbench support. There it is. So, and can make the research room look cooler. Exactly. So, this is another one I added. Workbench support, more linkable facilities. We have more linkables, of course. And then I think under microelectronics, one of these things, I don't remember which one it's from. I got another one called even more linkables. So this adds a whole bunch of new linkables. So like you get a microscope, you get a scanner, you get a test tube rack, you get a stove, you get a toolbox, you get a transformer. So like I think under power, is it here? Not sure where it's located, but if I select, maybe it's miscellaneous. There we are. So it adds this thing like a cooling tower. It's a big building, costs a lot of steel, couple of parts, and if you place it adjacent to a power uh, thing like the geothermal here, it will increase the output by 60%. And then you can link two of these cooling towers to say, a geothermal, and increase the geothermal's output by 120%. Or I think it might work with the other ones as well, the smaller ones. So like the wood-fired generator or something. Uh, uh, the the other add-on I was thinking about that's added uh, more technologies, cut them up and stuff, um, is called Research Reinvented Stepping Stones. So if you're interested in that, that's what that one's called. Didn't realize it added such diverse linkables. It it even adds more than that. Uh, Let me go back to it here. Again, microelectronics is like a cornerstone for a lot of things. I'm currently staying away from it since I have so much else that I can research at the moment. But yeah, like alternator, I guess that's again power output. Um, some of these like affect your work tables as well, not just your laboratory. Some of them affect multiple things. So I think, yeah, like the centrifuge here increases your research speed by 15%, but it also increases work speed by 5%. So you could link this up to a workbench of some sort uh, in addition to your lab as well. So you could have yourself a laboratory and workshop both mixed together. I think it adds devices. Is this? Yeah, even more linkable. So again, just a small little bonus, but it links up to your basic research benches, or not research, workbenches. Some of these modded ones, of course, don't link up to it because they're modded. So, you do have to worry about uh, some modded stuff won't work with other modded stuff. What should I work on next? Probably sterile tiles. Maybe improve my hospital a little bit. And what happened here? A merchant. Oh. And a siege. Alright, hold on. So the merchant, they're a shaman merchant. They're down here, they're on the way, so they don't have too much to sell. Or they probably do, but probably not much that I'm really interested at the moment, although some of these look interesting. And then we also have a siege. A group of pigskins from Poplom have arrived nearby. Looks like they want to besiege the colony and pound you with mortars from a distance. You can try to wait them out or go get them. Alright, guys. 16 of you. You actually have guns and stuff, so I need to be careful. It's interesting that they're sieging me. I guess maybe they have gotten smarter and won't just attack just because I have an open door. Or no door here, I guess. Looks like we're gonna have to go out to meet them. But as we should probably get some food first. And of course, because they're attacking, we want to keep things at a basic pace for the moment until I figure out where they're going. It's unfortunate that they're coming in this way, because that means they're not going to get next to any of these insects, and it also means that I'm going to have to go out there to take care of them. Alright, so they're building some artillery. So these are from the Vanilla Furniture Expanded Security. So that's why they look a little different. Wait for their delivery. Now, I can't currently build artillery. So I'm wondering if I should wait till they build it and then take it. Or just make use of all of this supplies that they've dropped down. They're going with incendiary and high explosive. A lot of food as well. I think I'd be safer off going out there and meeting them. Oh, the merchant hopefully doesn't get distracted by the insects. Alright, let's draft up. Yoko's gonna be bringing the battle animals with her. I think one's following Nico as well, because Nico ended up being their master. And then we have malaria on top of that. Nezu... we'll have to see. It is progressing faster than their immunity, but we do have some good medicine, so we will attend to that after the siege is taken care of. In the meantime, everyone is coming on over. Just kind of get their attention. Just a little bit. Let's line up over here so we're not hitting the rock so much. Alright, that's all we needed to do. Alright, everybody, back over here. Alright. Pets. And this is part of the reason why I have allowed myself to be able to draft these, is because they like to stick around too much. So we're going to draft these two up and send them back here along with everyone else. Fall back, fall back. That includes you. Got their attention. Looks like the caravan is ignoring the insects, and the insects are ignoring them. Wonderful. Alright. You back here. You two can go back to being like that. And we'll do that as well. There. Seem to be doing pretty good. They're taking some hits. Oh, and the caravan has decided to help. Alright. Or maybe we didn't take any hits. Is that just all on the pets? 4 conditions? Yeah. Alright. Undraft. Go back to what you're doing. I need to allow selection like this so that they don't allow all of this stuff that's over by the bugs. Otherwise, that'll get me into a lot of trouble. We're not looking for any prisoners. So we'll just go ahead and finish those guys off. Nezu is already down here. Let's go ahead and we'll allow industrial tech for this. Oh, we might actually get away with just herbal. So let's tend to them real quick. Don't worry about the fields. And then siege is taken care of. Don't worry about the surgery. We'll leave the infestation up just as a reminder that I have a lot of dangerous things right over here. And then all of this stuff I can allow as well. So, you know, free 26 food. That's not bad. Steel and components, you know, those are pretty good too. Yoko's in here cooking up some food. Once they're done with that, we'll talk to the trade caravan here, see what they have for trade. Probably get rid of a bunch of our stuff if we have anything. They have anything though? I mean, Neutromine eventually. I can't do anything with it yet. The serums seem really good, but I don't want to get them until like they have been presented by Anomaly. So I am trying to hold myself back a little bit. I don't want to, you know, buy things that I haven't encountered too much. So, you know, like the Mind Numb Serum seems really good, but until, you know, I find a treasure with it in it, or discover how it's created, or, you know, this might be one of those abandoned stronghold things. Sorry, that's Minecraft. What am I looking? Ancient complexes. There we are. It might be something that we find at an ancient complex. But it doesn't seem like... I mean, I suppose I could get some plasteel. That probably wouldn't be so bad. Bioferrite, I do have a way of obtaining that, so I'm okay with buying that. Do they want anything from me? Probably some of these drugs that I'm never going to use. Then they want books, or that. No. That should be good. Let them get back to that. And then we're starting to pile things up over here. I have suspended that at the moment. So there were 16. Let's do half and half. So I'll let Snake sacrifice half of them, and then the other half we will turn into food. So you may think this is a standard thing that makes it an easy mode for playing the game, but this is in fact the ideology that chat had helped me out in making in the first episode. So apologies. I know there's a lot of things that are just kind of okay, they're okay with. So like, they don't care about death, they don't care about corpses, stuff like that. They're cannibals. Chat helped me with that, so you can kind of expect how that went. But that being said, you know, It's not like we are doing best. Like I am running into problems like they want to eat human meat, but they're not cannibals themselves. So when they do eat human meat, they get a -7 instead of a -8 because they ate raw meat. And they get -4s for non-cannibal food. So I'm basically at a -12 for most people. I think these guys are a little better at it. Nope, there's the want human meat. There's 8 non-cannibal food. Yeah, so my colony is at a pretty much permanent -12. So it is unfortunate, but that's what I have to deal with. um, all right. Allow some of these. Allow this. I guess everyone's too busy to finish you off. Oh well. The animals, I guess, are picking things up. They'll eventually get to this stuff out here. This won't rot too soon, will it? No. We have plenty of time for that. What's Nezu doing? You're just, I guess, resting because of the malaria. Okay, so prototype construction is now ready. So now what we can do with this is if we go to our floors, because I know that sterile tiles exist here, it marks this as a prototype. So in my hospital, I can designate like these 4 tiles as usual, as if you're going to be, you know, building the floor. Eventually, I guess everyone's busy or asleep. So, there we are. Nezu's on the case. So, Nezu's going to come down here, of course, remove the floor. Like you normally would see whenever replacing the floor. They'll grab the materials for the sterile tile, which we technically have not finished researching. You know, we're only about 30% of the way through. Might unlock at 25% for prototypes. So then they'll come down here. They'll put in stuff on the floor. They'll get distracted by something. That's okay. Nico's on the case. Nezu, I think, is a little slow because of the malaria. I had to chase down the pet. Okay, so now Nico is crafting the sterile tile, as is Nezu. And somewhere in here, so this right here should be the prototype construction there. Once they complete it, or fail to complete it, they should earn some experience towards the prototype. So there, finished completely. There's a 32. There's another one for a good amount, bringing it back up to 75. So that's all I can get from the sterile tile prototype. It does come with its drawbacks. Oh, so part of it is it's harder to construct. So I don't know the specifics about it, but it does require a higher construction or possibly a higher fail rate to construct it. Um, but even if you fail, a portion of that experience will go toward this if it hasn't been finished already. Um, and then still, until the prototyping is done. In fact, I should probably not allow this until it's done. Um, sorry, I don't know where I was going with that. I know what I was going to say, and I got a little bit derailed. So, some drawbacks to prototyping is, for example, let's say I am going to build a prototype geothermal generator. Um, Again, it will have a higher either crafting skill requirement or a higher fail rate. Um, but once they complete it, it will always be damaged. So it won't be, in this case, at 500 health. It'd be probably about between 30 and 50% health. Oh, that one that Snake sacrificed was an immortal. Their immortality is transferred to somebody else. Um, so it will always be built in a damaged state. So it will come in at, say, 250 health, which will need to be repaired, of course. Uh, but there's also a chance that it will be broken. So in addition to the components that you use to build it, you might need to, there's a chance that you'll need to spend one additional component to repair it. Still, it's fun. Gives a little variety to your research. Alright, we're up to 8 bloodstones. They sacrificed it. We need another, another 24? Before we can give them what they want. Let's deconstruct all of these that have been minimized. Again, we're having a little bit of mod conflict. They're being minimized rather than deconstructed. And now that we have a bunch of human meat available, there is one thing I want to do that I don't think we've done in a while, and that's make ourselves a cannibal platter. Oh, looks like Yoko has absorbed that immortality there. That's why I have Yoko as the butcher. Alright, somewhere... Where do we want this? I guess right here. I guess it doesn't need to be centered. I know it says that we don't have enough on the map. Someone picked it up. Where did all that meat go? Oh, Yoko is like carrying everything. Why are you carrying so much, Yoko? I think they're having a bit of a haul everything type issue. They're trying to pick everything up to store it, and then they go off and do something else while they have everything in their inventory. There we go. You've deposited the human there. And we can speed things up at this point. They'll take care of that. The fiber corn is growing quickly. So again, let's select it all. Select similar to these. Do that and see what we have available. So there's a winter type. There's a resilient. There's a productive. I think that's what I'm going to go with again. We're gonna go with the productive one, see how that managed to stack up. So in here, harvest yield is 3. Let me see what the basic one is. Okay, so the basic yield is 2. We have done a productive one already, so that's why the harvest yield is 3. If we do this one again, it should be a 4 to 5, assuming that it will stack. I don't know if it will. And then we can do some more Devil Strand. Yeah. See if we can get some mute versions of that as well. How many are we up to? 84. Okay, at this point, I'm really worried about this. Hold on. Sorry about that. I also ate some like peanuts earlier, so I'm affected by the like, you know how you eat popcorn and you get the little thin casing stuck in your teeth. I've got something like that, except for like the skin of the peanut, like in my mouth somewhere, and it's every once in a while it's tickling the back of my throat. So apologies. But this is getting a little more dangerous than I thought it would. So we're up to 17 hives. I think I should probably do something about it. So, let's revisit this defenses thing. We'll turn it back to slow speed for the moment. And we'll go to planning. Okay, so remove plans here. Move that out of the way. Eventually I'm gonna expand out a little bit. And there we're getting more bugs. So I'd like a 3 wide hallway. So I'm thinking something kind of like this. Successfully added something to potting bench. Let's deal with that before I forget. Alright, so we have this. So we're going to change its name. Do PX2, BX2. Alright, now back to this. So I want kind of a 3 wide hallway, and actually this little corner kind of I might make it just because of this. I might make it 4 wide instead. We'll do something like that to begin with. Let's see here. So something like this. And then, oh, but this corner is going to get in the way a little bit, isn't it? let's cut this back down to 3. Something like that. These will meet together right here. And then we're gonna have something like this extending out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, something like this maybe. As kind of a corner. Defensible position. And we'll do something like some of the fortified walls that we just recently researched. All right, so there's our sterile materials. What can we do next? Gunsmithing might be a good one to do. Fire foam. You know what? Let's do fire foam. I'm realizing, a good portion of my base has flammable floors. While the walls don't burn, the floors certainly do. So, maybe fire foam might not be the bad idea. And then, all right, structure. So we have fortified, and we have reinforced. They're both part of the same mod, so one is definitely an upgrade than the other. The embrasures are the... Hold on. These are reinforced. So fortified, if I do steel. Let me just double check my research here. Which one is first? So fortified was the first one, reinforced is the second one. But the reinforced one takes less to build. Maybe that's its benefit? Let me just build one of these real quick. Since I want to make them out of neo-concrete, I'll just do one there, and we'll do one there, and we'll compare the two. Then when they get around to building that, I'll aggravate this hive and get these to attack me. Might also build another door here, just because I don't want them wandering in and damaging a bunch of stuff if I can help it. Granted, these doors aren't going to protect from much. Alright, so let's get rid of the planning. What's the difference here? So the fortified embrasure has 1350, and the reinforced one has 18. Okay, so this one is stronger. In that case, we'll deconstruct that. I just wanted to take a look, see what the difference was. Getting late over here for you, and the internet got funky, so I guess it's time. Very fun stream. Enjoy gaming night. Okay, well, thank you for showing up. I will see you next time I see you. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, view the plan again. We're gonna build a copy of this right along. Oh, hold on. we're gonna build a copy of the trading spot there. Deconstruct that. Interesting. They actually have to deconstruct it. And over here, we could do something like this. Nope, hold on. Something's not right. I've done this wrong. I did it wrong at the planning stage. There we go. Is that how I wanted it? Yeah. There we are. Cancel all of that. Continue to deconstruct that. This right along here. And something like that there. These empty spots, of course, we're going to put in a door of some sort. We do have reinforced doors. So I think since this is going to be a defensive thing, we will want to make sure that the doors are good as well. Also, how is the malaria going? 47% immunity versus the 30 that it's grown. So that's good. We still have another 200 neo concrete that we can build with. This is going to take a lot. This is probably also going to inflate my colony wealth quite a bit too. I mean, it's constantly going up. Again, these are items that were given through the raids and whatnot. So, you know, that's the reason for the frequent journeys out and about to do trading. Or I suppose what I should start doing is, instead of trading, just giving them stuff, making them our ally. So my plan is for this to be a bit of a defensive structure. I don't like kill boxes or things like that. I don't like funneling the enemy into a specific point for my people to take care of. In this case, I am going to build defensive areas around my base. In this case, facing both to the southeast and to the west. I feel like, yeah, I will be hiding behind embrasures, so, you know, that's going to make it better for me versus the opponents, but, I don't know, sometimes I feel the game already has measures that are in place for things like this. So, you know, they have their siege stuff, or they have their attackers that are specialized in breaking through walls, stuff like that. So, you know, I feel I can do this without upsetting the balance too much. The balance is going to come in with my colony wealth. Alright, have you been tended? You have. Still pretty good. However, why don't you go ahead and use the hot spring real quick? That's what it's there for. Just to increase increase all of that. And we have now studied these, so these should no longer be prototypes. Should be easily built by now. Look at all the bugs. 88. So it seems like there are 2 to 4, right? Yeah, there's 4 per hive approximately. I also want to stop them from digging too far this way because I don't want enemies deciding that this is another way to go. Unfortunately, nobody has really attacked while the bugs were here, so I haven't been able to use them or thin their numbers because of an attack. Are we waiting on anything over here? No, we still have a bunch of... I suppose people are asleep. There we are. Nezu's on it. And maybe I made this too big for an initial thing. I don't know. Alright, Nico's finished up that. Don't need to worry about dirt floors in there. Then we'll get to building the rest of this. Let me just make sure that I am allowing, yeah, they can make more neoconcrete. They just haven't. One trading spot. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Removing old spot. That's fine. Yeah, it seems like we're just missing the neoconcrete for a lot of this. I don't like that they're going back and forth. I mean, I suppose in Nezu's case, it's time to study the monolith. That's fine. And now you're going to do something else. Fun. No, their hauling is at 4. Maybe I just didn't have the materials over here? Nope. Oh, I know what it is. Someone's coming by, like Nezu's gonna drop off these couple of spots here. They're gonna start working on that one. And then somebody else is gonna probably, no. I was gonna say somebody else is gonna come build that one. But that's not what happened. Alright. We're gonna get everyone to a decent amount of sleep or food. So it looks like Nico and Nezu might have to have a nap. You know, for once, I think what I'll do is I will, let's see, 14. Let's say 15 to 18. Everyone should go to sleep. Nezu again is still doing just fine. it is having a slight effect on them. And then once everyone goes to sleep and has a good rest, we're going to take care of these guys, because I don't want them digging up all my steel and plasteel. And I don't want them attacking on their terms. I'd rather them attack on my terms. So, everyone's currently asleep, except for Snake. Why isn't Snake? I don't know. I guess they were not tired enough to go to sleep. Or maybe they were in the middle of something? Okay, now they're asleep. Let them rest up once... Like, I guess Nico's gonna be a little tired once everything is said and done. Take care of Mizu. Alright, slow things down. Everyone wake up. Let's see, nobody is really going for food. So, we're going to draft up. We're going to go in here. The battle animals should follow us in. And Snake should have a pretty decent 4.8. Yoko has... Well, they have a 6.3, but Yoko also has all the pets. So, here's what we're going to do. Dotori... Yoko's going to be up front, because they have the short-range weapons. Dotori can be right next. Iko and Mizu can be next. We're going to use Snake. So hold this open for a moment. Snake is going to come down here and cause a bit of a ruckus. And the reason why I'm choosing Snake as well is because if they get caught, alright, that caused a fuss. If they get caught, they're the ones that have the highest defense. Alright, come on in. Oh. And now there's a Gorehulk assault. Wouldn't you know it? Alright, so a group of monstrous human-like abominations are attacking. Their bodies are ravaged by thick keratin spines, which they can launch at a distance. However, their fleshy forms can do little damage at close range. So we've got a bunch of these guys coming in as well. A good 18 of them. I don't think I am too worried about it. Where are you guys going? Oh, you guys are running. Okay, so now the bugs are coming in. Looks like one of ours decided to go outside the fight. And again, this is one of those reasons why I've given myself the ability to draft them if I need to. They're gonna take a lot of damage. Although these gore hulks might fight the insects. Alright, I'm gonna draft this one up. They're gonna make a run for it. They are the melee one, so I guess it's okay that they're the ones that decided to come out here. Let's kind of run around a little bit. Oh. Apparently I missed one of those. Now. Alright, the insects are totally ignoring the Gore Hulk. Oh, and I let this one get caught again. Alright. Escape, escape. Maybe not. Maybe there's too many to escape from. Alright, in that case, this is going all crazy over here. Let's see if we can circle back around. Because they're not doing so well. Get back into the range of the friendlies. Nope, at this point they are surrounded. Alright. In that case, we're moving out. Tony, please move back. Let's sneak up front. Alright. Up here. Or here. Too close, too close. All right. Now what's going on down here? Okay, so they're just ones that have fled earlier. Things have decided to attack my wall over here. That's fine. Let's move this way. care of some of the stragglers over here. Maybe save my walls. If we come around here. Oh, they've decided to come after us once we get close enough. That's good enough for me. How about over here? They're probably gonna break through that one. Everyone's getting hungry. Snake is, yeah, hungry. Ugly environment. Alright. Taking care of the majority of it. Let's take care of some of the food needs. And then we'll get back to taking care of the infestation in the Gorhulks. Snake, how are you doing? You just got a claw to the face. Oh, and your right eye was hit by one of ours. You're good. You're good. Good. Majority of things have been taken care of. There is one Gorhulk over here that's on its way. Yoko's doing the best at the moment, so let's send them out front to take care of the Gorhulk. All right. All of you can finish off. All of you. Suppose we could capture one, couldn't we? Capture strength 78. These require 60. I had a Gorhulk once. I don't need another one, that's fine. Taking care of the injuries of the pets. Let me see. This was the worst one. 6 hours, 8 hours. A lot of injuries. A lot of small injuries, so. We're up to 7. Okay, we're doing well enough that don't have to worry about the pets dying. But Nico wants to throw a party. Nico is currently taking care of the pet. What a wonderful time to throw a party. 2 of them are healing the pets, 2 of them are healing their wounds in bed, and Nezu over here is like, yeah, I'm playing chess. Where's the party? I heard there's a party going on. When is everyone showing up? I know that some of these are probably going to get up soon. 9 hours, you're at 13. As soon as those are stable, I'll tell Yoko and Nico to... Ah, poor Nezu. Oh, you're finally attending the party. You're just asleep. You can attend the party. These two will join you once we have some stable pets. And they could... Nico and Yoko could use the boost. Actually, you know what? Oh. Okay, never mind. Nico has decided to go to sleep. Oh, right. Because Nico was the one hosting the party, and I just drafted them. Whoops. Alright, you two. Suppose I have to do this one at a time. Use the hot springs. That's what it's there for. Get that boost of healing. So like this one right arm injury should be healing up. There we are, 28 out of 30. Because this is fueled by healing herbs. Herbal medicine. You know, I probably have enough herbal medicine at this point. I could probably switch that over to something else. Alright, you two go over here. Looks like there's only a few. It's like 5 left. Most of them are on the ground up there. Okay, snake. Shoot the insect that's coming toward you, please. And maybe the one behind you. And back up front again. There we go. Alright. Now we can come in here and finish all of this off. In fact, let's go to the center. What's the worst that could happen? Things spawn while we are in the center here? Probably. But at least here we have range to hit everything. It does look like there are things moving around over here. Oh, one's coming in this way. There we go. Oh, and that was the last of... Alright, cool. Can allow all of this now. get all of that taken care of. And remove that from there. Alright. Speeding things up. Should start to expand this to hold enough things. Alright, Nezu seems to spending all of her time healing instead of eating. I'm just gonna go ahead and get some meat and then probably go to sleep. Logging site nearby. Probably not gonna do anything about it. Alright, just to be sure everything in here has been taken care of. Oh, we have a gray pall. So a gritty fog clings in the air. The smell is rotten and acidic. The unnatural weather creates feelings of dread. Construction workers passing by. They're just, out and about, doing what they do. We do have some insects still around. Oh. Saving Iris is no longer available, but while these are red, they're not aggressive because we took out their hive. So we should be okay with leaving them as they are. The girls are right on it to cleaning things up. Snake looks like she's helping as well. Let's see here. Our home zone, we did already expand to include that, but we should expand it to include the new wall up here as well. I'm gonna go ahead and say that they can sacrifice up to another 24 human-like. I'm not certain if they can. Like, obviously insects aren't humans. I don't think entities are counted as human-like either. So we might need to wait until we have more people arriving. But I would say that probably checks off our defenses. I might need to mine out of this ball a little bit and definitely put that back in. Maybe even do something like that, so we'll keep the walls repaired. Eventually we'll get around to finishing these off. Maybe. Or they'll heal up. I'm also surprised that none of the insects are getting back up through immortality. Because that's something that should be happening, I think. Maybe I forbade insects from being immortal. I don't think I would, though, because they're living creatures. I don't know. Maybe it also hasn't been long enough. The first death might take a while. Also, it seems like we might be out of wood. So I'm gonna give an order to chop down some more trees. Alright, so we're gonna have a ton of insect meat for sale. We can eat it without a problem. It's just anything that's not humanoid meat we don't like. We're okay with insect meat, but unless it's humanoid, we're gonna get that -12 no matter what. I suppose I didn't really think about this. Well, no, the 8 non-cannibal food is always going to be there because every time they eat a meal that isn't just raw human meat, they're going to get that -4. So, and there we go. Fire foam finished. What should we go after next? Maybe gunsmithing or flak armor? Not quite time for microelectronics, I don't think. There's a lot for us to research before we get to that point. Maybe looking at some of this other stuff, seeing what is available. Again, microelectronics will be for that. I could make it so that hay can be turned into chem fuel. Advanced weapons might not be a bad thing. But I think before we do advanced weapons, I'd want to make sure that we get gunsmithing. Anatomy and physiology. What is this? Study of anatomy and biomechanics that allow you to craft simple prosthetic parts and artificial bones. Might be a good one to do. Yeah, let's do that. Get our start into bionics. Not quite bionics, but prosthetics, if nothing else. Still have 1,300 excess in the grid. I know I could be using batteries. I don't like batteries. That's kind of my balance as well. So while I can get geothermal generators wherever I want, the balance is I don't use batteries to store the excess power. I just use the power that I generate at any given time. And this is actually going to take a little bit to pick up, I think. Because there's still a ton of corpses lying around. We might not even be able to get to them in the time. Glad we're focusing on the insects first. That's also, I could be doing the entities as well, but not until after, I don't think. And then someone's making some more neo-concrete because we use so much of it. We will need to go out and give a lot of this stuff away because these two things, the enemy raid, the gore hulks, I guess ever since the infestation, like right over here, 160,000 We're now at 200,000, so we have about 40,000 worth of things that we should probably give away. Because all of that is like, uh, in, I don't know if corpses have value, but all of that is in stuff that we have acquired from those raids. Looks like this batch of fiber corn is done. We're gonna be busy. I suppose he goes over here. Quest available. Hidden construction hacking. Cosbo, the high stellarch of the Shattered Empire, has discovered an ancient complex a long distance away. Okay, so this is just like the one that we started off with. So another ancient complex. We have to hack the terminals. They need exactly 4 colonists, so pretty much everybody except one person to stay behind. And we can accept that at any time. Let's turn the visibility off for planning. While Gyoko is out here, let's use work drive on Nico. There we go. Now Nico has a 50% faster work rate for the next 3 days, I believe, right? Yeah, 3 days. 50% work speed. We'll harvest all of this fiber corn. We'll select the next generation, which is P2B2. And the harvest yield has gone up to 5. Interesting. Now, what we're doing with all of this wood is we're going to be upgrading Nezu's tier 5 bow. We have to make a tier 6 bow from it. And that's part of what I'm doing to increase the difficulty, because of how much the bow's price is inflated. It should make my colony wealth that much higher. Granted, I'm kind of going to offset that here in a moment by delivering a lot of this stuff to other colonies. Alright, as soon as Nico's done planting, not going to allow any more rice to be planted at the moment. We have plenty. Well, looks like some of these have started to decompose. Weren't able to get around to them quick enough. So we have some corpses just sitting around. 9 hours, it seems, before they start going bad as well. Eventually the animals will get around to it. I guess I left this a little too long before getting to them. Yoko, wake up. Get some of this taken care of. Get a meal. I guess cook some meals. Nope. Ran out of fire. Play some chess. Alright, never mind. You know what? Never mind. We're not gonna do any of the butchering of entities. the Harbinger trees are eating good tonight. That's for sure. Alright, though. Let's get... I'm hoping that somebody, like... Well, I suppose this is all mostly in the right zone. Let's go ahead and expand it like it's meant to be. Except for, you know, a few things currently sitting in here, I guess. Alright. Let's go ahead and form a caravan. We're gonna head up here first. It's gonna be Yoko and all of those. Hold on. Before I do that, I haven't spent these points in a while. So, Yoko has 126. I'm gonna do 2 in each of these. Same with you. Just gonna increase their stats ever so slightly. I don't know how much this really affects anything. I just, again, going with the theme of everything. Everyone is going to be getting better slowly over time. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And another 3. There we go. Alright, all of those are spent. Now for the animals. Animals, of course, get them too, but at a much slower rate. They get their experience over time rather than by the work that they do. And they have no real need for intelligence or charisma, so all of their points go into their physical stats. Like so. And then this should allow them to carry a little bit more. And take a little more damage and stuff like that. Alright, so we're going to form the caravan. We're going to go up there. It's going to be Yoko and her pack of bug girls. We don't really need to take much of this with us, but we have a ton of insect meat. So I'm probably... How much is that? That's quite a lot. Take the berries. And take a bunch of this as well. What else can we do? I mean, there's a lot that we can take. Mortars, we didn't let them build theirs, so we have no use for the shells, to my knowledge. I would like to trade away a lot of this stuff. For the rest, though, let's see how many weapons Castile Racken pickaxe. Hopefully I picked that up and didn't actually craft that one. We're gonna leave all of the upgradable bows behind. A lot of these weapons we're gonna just sell off. Here's all those bows that I'm talking about leaving behind. And then most of this can go. Down to, I think, this. Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't overburden us. Nope, doesn't. Okay, so for the rest then, let's just fill it up with ebony wood and see if we can sell that off. So we're gonna send, go ahead and confirm. We'll start getting things loaded up and we will, this time we're just gonna gift it to them. Because I don't want all of the wealth from this. Again, I will get to the wealth from making these bows that Nico is currently working on. Looks like we're done with the tier 2. We're working on the tier 3s. And this will use pretty much all of our wood and steel. Maybe some components as well if we get it up that high. But I don't think it uses components until tier 6? Tier 5 maybe? No, tier 6 is the first one that requires components. So they'll be doing that. Yoko's caravan has just left. Use the road that we built to get up there. Let's actually add the build road back to the list. I think I can get some of that going as well. Because the machining table, we have the ISR2G. So this is a resource gather. It allows us to gather resources on the road rather than bring them with us from home. I don't think quality matters for these, but we'll say Nezu can make that anyway. Then once Yoka gets back, we'll work on this cannibal platter. Tier 3 bows are complete. Should now be working on tier 4. So 4, 5, 6 more bows to make. I guess the resources are just sitting out. Okay, there's the ISR2G. And quality didn't matter. So we only need one of those. And we can now take this thing along with us when we go out. Mizu. What are you shooting at? I don't know. Whatever it was, it's taken care of. Oh, it might have been the little insect that was still running around. That'd make sense. you off to so quickly, buddy? Oh, hey, look at that. One of the scarabs resurrected as an immortal. This thing is running very far. Oh, I suppose again, it's because of this wall. So it was like over here somewhere and decided it wanted to be over here. So rather than just move that short distance, it had to go around the entire way. And here's another thing that we can do is if I build, I believe this is how it works. If I build a road to another settlement, so say I upgrade the road from my place to the Rabi Empire, I believe there's a chance that they can help me build it. Like they'll send people to work on the road as well. Not certain. It might have been one of the other variations of the mod. Alright, so we've arrived. Go into the trade menu. Going to... First, let's see if there's anything that I need from them. I suppose wood would be a bad thing. But yeah, it's mostly just stuff I've probably already traded to them in the first place. I think these will go away after a while, but I think most of it might have been when we traded them. Yeah. They do have steel, so I might... I think that would cost 1,100. Hold on. How much are we getting from that? Way too much. Okay. Let's go into gift mode. Give them all of this. Because we have no use for any of it. We don't want it. I don't want to hold on to it. Storage or anything like that. That'll increase it by 50, and I think they're at 47. So that makes them allies. Yeah, we're at 97 now. So now we just have a few things left. They'll buy all of the insect meat. For that, can I get steel from them? And still get some money back. I'm gonna make it so that we don't get any money back. Oh. Well. There. We'll get a little bit of money. They only have 2, it seems, but that's fine. I can't carry any more. So, we're gonna go over this way and trade and give stuff away again. But since I got the thing done. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Let's form another caravan. This time we're just gonna go here. Oops. Let's try that again. Form caravan, go on there. Accept. This is going to be Snake and Dotori. And the ISR2G. We'll give them a couple days of food. And they'll set up a caravan. Now, what's going to happen is we're going to send it out to build a road. The road we currently have built is a improved dirt road. So movement difficulty 0.5. We're going to be upgrading it to a stone road, which is the same movement difficulty. Oh well. It'll still look nice. And it will keep a couple of them out of the colony for a little bit. They're happy enough as it is. Maybe they'll patch up their relations with each other. Maybe not. They don't seem to like each other anymore. So yeah, rejected my proposal. I rejected their proposal. Ex-lover. Might take a while. They might resent me for putting them together on the same thing. Yoko is about to fall asleep on the road. But it's almost, time for them to fall asleep anyway. So, they should be fine. I suppose we can speed things up since we're only going to have 2 colonists over here. This... I think we should be okay. The area around us is all fine. Oh, they've arrived at their destination. So we're going to construct this time stone road, but I don't remember needing steel. Huh. In that case, come back. Because I won't be able to build road without steel. And granted, I do have a lot of steel at the moment. But I want to make sure that we get these bows built first. And now they're back at home. So, this is something that you have to be careful of, is if you end the life of an immortal without a receptacle for that immortality to go into, it will instead cause a flash fire or flash storm to go off. So now I have a bunch of fires raging around over here. Not the greatest. But let's replant our fiber corn. that growing back again. These have grown up enough, but doesn't seem like any of them have a mutation. And Nico might still have, yeah, work drive for another day. Alright, we're going to get rid of a lot of this wealth. As you can see, that really dropped item wealth almost back down to when the insects arrived in the first place. Of course, the top one looks a lot more because that's also the wealth of the creatures. And that's the 5 pets and Yoko. Nico's planted things like crazy. They do love planting quite a bit. I like to get them planting this when they are mostly awake. That way they can finish the entire crop. Hopefully before they get too tired to finish it. That way it all grows up mostly about the same. You know, here and there, there's probably a little bit of a difference. Alright, so is there anything you want from these guys? It can't really carry too much. Eventually, components and advanced components would be things I want to look at. Tech prints, of course, are always expensive and a way to lower our wealth. We hand all of this over. That would be 3,000. The tech print is 1,000. And I don't think that there's really anything else. Maybe the gold. Just buy out their gold. A little bit of money left over. Sure. We're going to be putting the gold to use anyway. Alright. Looks like we now have a new species of devil strand that we can plant. We'll wait. Actually, let's delete that zone. Expand this zone. And we'll swap this over to that thing of devil strand. See if we might be able to get both crops grown up simultaneously. Goes on her way home. And I want to do something. I want to expand our wall like I had planned. Deconstruct this. And what I think, how do I want to do this? I think just because they look a little different, I'm going to use, which one is this? This is the reinforced embrasure, so I want to use this. Is that right? No. I I don't want embrasures over the entire thing. That kind of defeats the point of having uh, these corners poke out. Instead, I'm just going to do like a reinforced wall. That one's fortified, this one's the reinforced. So this, research finished. Study of anatomy and biomechanics, so we can get prosthetics now. That doesn't open up anything new there. Could do a couple more stat upgrades. Get some new heaving. Get some better roads being able to be built. This we can't do until fabrication, but it's also spacer tech, so that's going to be a ways away. Terraform is something I may or may not do. Linkables, you know what? Let's start working on some of these linkable things, getting some items that we can decorate with that are also helpful. But we are going to be making some reinforced walls, I think. So I kind of want to do something like this. That direction. And in this direction. Like that. That's going to take up a lot of neoconcrete. We might have to, in fact, haul a bunch of this in. Yoko's returned home. We are having to go further and further for our resources all the time. Let's go ahead and haul that all in. We can really do that stuff up there. And we have some cargo pods landing nearby. What did we get? We got a flight suit. And a talisman of the earth. Alright, I'm going to call that good for visiting neighbors. Making better weapons, we're still working on it. Completely forgot about replacing the stone wall with marble. So, something I want to do. Rock powder, we're not going to use marble chunks anymore. Because marble we'll be using for the back walls. Want to make sure we have that available for us. And then haul that, haul all of that. Eventually the pets will get around to it. And now we've got our fortified wall. Alright, Snake, what's the problem? You're tired. You were insulted. Okay. No psychic rituals. Oh, okay. Failing to use these rituals shows everyone how misguided we are. Well, you know what? We're gonna do this instead. Yoko is going to begin our cannibal feast, I think is what it's called it. Yeah. So let's do this. Everyone's invited. We only have 50% of the people that can go, but that still means that it's 60% out of 80. If we had 5 more people, we could have a 100% quality. Unfortunately, I like my colonies compact. I don't like having very many colonists. In fact, we are down by 2 because of that. So, let's begin. Maybe this will hopefully improve the mood. If not, I can do a ritual afterwards as well. Is everyone here? No. Nezu? You're gonna be late to the feast, Nezu. We're gonna have eaten it all by the time you get here. And Nezu's the one that really likes eating the raw humanoid meat. That's another thing I have to think about. I'm gonna need some doors in here as well. And of course, the pets are busy cleaning up our mess as we munch on all of this. But at least Nezu made it in time. And this should, maybe I should have waited until we were actually hungry. Oh wait, no, this is going up gradually. Never mind. We might have been hungry at the time. This will definitely... Alright, well that was terrible. -3 for a terrible festival. That's too bad. Before they go too far, let's go ahead and have an incantation. This is probably the ritual that they were talking about. And if not, it might be one of these rituals, which we're probably not going to do because, well, I don't want to do them until we have a need for them because they have such a long recharge time. Like, I don't want to provoke the void until we're stronger. I don't want to draw animals because it has a 10-day cooldown. And we don't really need animals. Alright. You were saying no psychic rituals. Does this count? No. No, it doesn't. But we get a +1 for that, so we kind of negate one of the 3 negatives that we just got. And then I need to make doors somewhere. So we're going to build another door over here since I've kind of left myself a little hallway to be able to do that. That's not really the problem over here. I need enforced door. Where do I want this? Because it's not going to be even. And I don't want it directly Or do I want it directly apart from the normal door? Because if we have to back ourselves into a defensive area, it might be best to have the doors right like that. You know what? For now, let's do that. Let's put the doors immediately by them, and then they just have a straight way to go out. For a while, still we'll have to go around the edges, of course. And these guys are hauling in the rocks that we need. Alright, so build road is not going to be something we can do for a while. Placing the stone with marble, we can definitely do. We do still have 32 blocks, but probably want a lot more. Okay, so let's have a look at what is considered light and dark. We'll just order all of the light stuff mined out first, like this. Probably that one as well. We're gonna do the same out here. And this will tell us how far into the rooms we can go with the mining. I'm gonna cancel that one. Don't want to connect. Well, I don't have any prisoners at the moment, so let's just get rid of that. Then I can mine that without any problems. So to begin with, we're just going to see how far we can mine things out before they turn light. These I did like this because I wanted them to be kind of the same. And I think I also want to mine out some of this. Because that is kind of blocking our line of sight from our defensive area. And you can hear Dotori wherever they are, just tapping away, because they have this mining pick and they have a mining of 16. And they are a miner, and they have the trait rock and stone. So right. Apparently we didn't take any of the insect meats that was still in the kitchen into the freezer. Just really busy with things, I guess. So here we are. Dotori is mining away very quickly. Looks like we don't have too much more that we can mine out before we end up at Overhead Mountain. Yeah. So in that case, this part over here, we can do something like this. The outside, of course, can just stay as it is. And hopefully we can get this done before any infestation has the chance of coming in. I mean, looks like Nico's already on the job, so it should all be good. Yoko's helping out. I just have this side over here to do. Looks like I've already done the workshop area, so. Oh, but a couple more spots here that we can do. However, I think how to move this up? I forgot. But I can just drag it. There we are. Let's do the marble first, because that's the more important one at the moment. Yeah, and the rest of it is just like that. Okay. So that's all of that. We'll wait until we get this first wall done before moving on to the next one. And each one of these marble gets turned into 20. Each wall, I think, takes 5, so each chunk turns into 4 walls. So I think I'm gonna need like 12 for what I've already done, or 4 right through here as well. Yoko and Whitey has formed a bond. So now Yoko gets a bit of a mood boost for having a pet. Eventually, I hope Yoko will bond with all of them, except for the one that Nico has already gotten. Just because I kind of want Yoko to be the pet master, I guess. They're the ones that bring all the pets out on the caravans, things like that. Oh, I suppose we might actually need to expand the walls like this as well. This one will go with marble. I guess I didn't need to dig this one out. Oh well. And let's haul this out too. Okay, so all of that, this wall has been taken care of as far as being built under the mountainside. This side. Do like this. And that. Didn't really get around to visiting the ancient complexes either. We have 3 of them here, and one of them as a quest. Now, at the moment, this isn't really defensive because we have a large hole right here where enemies can just circle around and come at us in here. Eventually this wall will go all the way to the mountainside. I got another quest. Enormous building. Ethical Chief Fiona of the Kiro Seclusion Place is requesting that you build a monument to commemorate her own eyes. The monument is 11 by 17. Will require these resources. Must be completed within 16 days. If it's destroyed, relations will fall by -10. I do like these because, you know, it helps get rid of some of that extra wealth. Improves your construction skills, but I am not interested in any of these. Like, yes, the serums are probably pretty good. Haven't used them yet because I haven't come across them naturally. I've only come across them in stores and quests, so I don't want to get them quite yet. So, fortunately, I am going to have to pass on that quest. Let's build up these walls. There we go. How much more? I have just 1 marble block. Kind of figured as much. So, that should put us at 80. 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay, yeah. That should give us enough to finish all of this up. Like this. Tori's just going crazy on those walls. Taking them down faster than they can build them back up. It looks like we should still have enough. And 14. Oh, those are limestone. Alright, whoops. Let's get 1 more marble block. Wait. Never mind. We did have enough. Oh, hello. Dotori and Snake are having a social fight again. Being ex-lovers, I guess that's bound to happen more often than not. Dotori commented about canyons to Nezu. Oh, that's Nezu. Snake made fun of Dotori's personal hygiene. This drove Dotori into a rage, and he began a fight. Fortunately, I think Dotori's gonna lose this. because a snake here is tough. I have bloodlust, and in addition to that, with the Soul Reap of 6, they have a 20% incoming damage reduction. So, I think they're just both going to end up taking a rest in the hospital, and I'm going to say no. That's what the hot spring is for. Sit in the hot spring for a bit. And then you can rest in the hospital. But I am noticing I've been going for about 3 hours now. So I think, let me slow down the time. I think I'm going to call it there for the night. I try not to do too much at one time. Search finished. Just hold on. This one. Let's do that. I try not to go too long to keep my voice from getting too bad, because then you end up with the feeling at the beginning of the stream when I was having troubles. So, anyway, like I said, I think I'll call it here tonight. I'm glad that it is still being mostly stable. Of course, I didn't get much done as far as my checklist tonight, but we'll see about doing more of that later. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed it tonight, and I will talk to y'all next time. Have a good night.